Okay, let's talk about that feeling, that overwhelming, mind-racing feeling of anxiety. We're going to explore a really simple but super powerful tool to manage it. We'll break down how just a few mindful moments can make a world of difference. You know the feeling, right? Your mind just will not stop. It's jumping from one worry to the next, and it is absolutely exhausting. But what if? What if you could just learn to step off that racetrack, even for a minute?
All right, so to really get our heads around the solution, we first have to get a super clear picture of the problem. What even is anxiety, and what's it actually doing in our minds and bodies?
Well, at its core, anxiety isn't some kind of flaw. It's a function. Think of it like your body's natural alarm system. It's reacting to what it thinks is an overload of stress. The real problem starts when that alarm gets stuck in the on position. And if this is all sounding familiar, let me tell you, you are far from alone. In the US, about 1 in every 5 adults deals with an anxiety disorder. Just think about that for a second. That's over 40 million of us navigating this every single day. And this is a really crucial point. Anxiety is a full-body experience. It's not just that storm of racing thoughts in your head. It's also the very real physical stuff. A pounding heart, feeling dizzy, even random aches and pains. See, the mind and body are so connected, and they can get caught in this feedback loop that's just really, really hard to break.
So how do we deal with this powerful mind-body reaction? Well, that brings us to a tool that is surprisingly simple and accessible, and that tool is mindfulness.
Now, the two key words you really got to grab onto here are purposefully and without judgment. This isn't about trying to empty your mind or force your thoughts to stop. No way. It's about choosing to pay attention to them and then just letting them be, just as they are. Let's break that down even more. Mindfulness pretty much rests on these two simple pillars. First, there's attention. That just means you notice what's going on. Okay, my heart is beating fast. I'm thinking about work. Simple. And second, there's acceptance. You don't judge it. It's not a good thought or a bad feeling, it just is.
So what happens when you combine these two ideas, attention and acceptance? Well, this is where it gets really interesting. This is how they work together to turn all that inner chaos into a sense of calm.
Think of it like this. Instead of being caught out in the middle of a hurricane, mindfulness lets you step back and watch the storm from a safe place. It creates that buffer, that protective space between you and your anxious feelings. And by creating that space, you're not trying to get rid of the stress itself. What you're doing is changing your relationship with it. You're basically dialing down the intensity of your body's knee-jerk reaction, bringing everything back to a level that feels way more manageable. Okay, I know this might all sound a little abstract, but putting it into practice is, well, it's surprisingly simple. Let's walk through a 3-step exercise you can do pretty much anywhere, anytime.
Seriously, it's this simple. Step 1. Focus. Just notice what you're feeling right now. Remember, no judgment. Just be a container for it. Step 2. Breathe. Bring all your attention to the physical feeling of your breath, just moving in and out. And then, step 3. Widen. Gently let your attention expand back out to your entire body, just observing what's there. That's it. That is the practice.
And you know what? This isn't just a nice idea. It's backed by some really solid science. Research shows that this simple practice has profound, actually measurable effects on our brains and our bodies. For instance, a study in 2017 found that just 10 minutes a day helps stop those repetitive, looping thoughts that totally fuel anxiety. Just 10 minutes! I mean, that's a powerful and super accessible way to start seeing a real benefit. And the benefits just keep coming. Research shows mindfulness improves your focus, it literally changes how your brain processes stress, and hey, on a practical level, it's free. It has no negative side effects, and you can do it absolutely anywhere. So, we'll leave you with this. In a world that is constantly pulling at our attention, taking a moment to simply observe might just be the most powerful act of self-care there is. The only question left is, what could you discover in your next quiet moment?